What is up guys, how you guys doing? I hope you guys are okay. Welcome back to a brand new video. Yes, that's right, a brand new sparkling video. Yes, that's right. As you know, I've been away for quite a while now and I'm finally back and so glad to be making this video. Now in this video I'll be showing you around the new place. Yes, that's right, this is a completely new place, new setup, a new image to the channel, and I'm really excited to show you around and show you the space, show you the new enclosures behind me, and showing and sharing the upcoming projects for the rest of this year and the year to come. So stay tuned until the end of the video so you don't miss out on anything I say and anything that you may miss out on. So without further ado, let's get into it. Just one thing, just before we start the tour and the official thing, I just want to say a big thank you to all the people who have supported, who have stayed and who have persevered in this 3 months of silence. Yes, I know it's been quite a long time and I'm really thankful for the patience. All you new subscribers as well, thank you for subscribing and welcome on board to this lovely project. I'm really thankful for each and every one of you, and as I said in my previous videos before I left the old place, this is a step back to greater things. So I am very motivated for what's to come in the future, and I have very good expectations on what is to come. So stay along. I want you to grow with us and show you around and show you all the projects that are due to come. So thank you once again from my heart. I really do appreciate each and every one of you, and let's make it a thing. When I reach 20k subscribers, I will be doing a full giveaway, and I also want to get you guys involved in the videos, so be sure to follow along my social medias, my Instagram at TheAmazingAnimal5 and at LUCA5. Yes, that's my personal Instagram page, and follow my Facebook and TikTok pages so you don't miss out any behind the scenes or any questions that I may have to ask you guys. So without further ado, that was a long intro. Let's get into the tour. Now I've decided to do this a little bit different this time. Instead of me grabbing the camera and showing you around, which is probably what you're expecting, I'm going to do this differently. I'm going to sit right here and I'm going to narrate behind some very up close images and perfect 360-degree shots. So I'll speak you through it and what the goals are and the plans for the upcoming videos and the upcoming years to come. So to the right of where I'm sitting, we have our breeding cages. Yes, we did have a breeding cage set up in our previous setup, in our previous bird shed, but now it's completely different. We now have our big holding cage hung up, so it's not on tripods on the wheels as it was before, and we have our little breeding cages at the top for breeding projects. Now I do want to get you guys involved in the breeding projects, so that's going to be next year, because unfortunately with budgies they have stopped breeding and breeding season's officially over for the budgies. So next year stay tuned again with the upcoming videos and the upcoming posts on the Instagrams, on the socials. I want to get you guys involved with breedings. Now that's going to include choosing a male and choosing a female and see what comes up, and maybe one of you can win one of those offspring for free. So be sure you guys stay tuned on that. But that's our little project area, breeding sections, holding area for the birds. We will be adding more cages here, but I just need to organize things a little bit better. At the bottom of our holding cage we have our food bins, and now yes, I did upgrade this. If you guys remember perfectly from our previous setup, we did have bags everywhere and that was no good because we had mice infestation. I never told you that, but that only started to happen on the last days of when we were moving out, so that's a good thing. But for this setup we have mice proofed everything. Everything is now in plastic clear boxes, so no mice, nothing can get in and start eating our food and make a big mess. Moving on to the right of our food boxes, we have some sort of empty space. This is just a random cage I have here, and the shavings is obviously there for the floor. But I want to see if I can add a different type of animal, whether it's a tree frog enclosure, a small little enclosure, or whether it's a chameleon enclosure. Something that is entertaining, not just birds, because the whole point of this channel is to have different animals, not just birds, but have different types of animals which we can learn from and study in depth, as we did with the budgies. So that's one of the goals. So if you guys want to see that, let me know in the comments. If you want to see different animals, just say, comment down below, hey Lucas, I want to see this animal, or I want to see a tree frog or a chameleon, whatever it is, put it down in the comments below. I will read them and I will reply. Now back to me. Now to the left side right here, to where I'm sitting, we have our little tool section slash medicine, nutritional section right here. I did buy some little shelves, metal shelves, where we can put our stuff in, and it's way better than our previous setup because we had just had stuff falling over and all sorts. So with these little caged shelvings, we can make stuff secure and stop things from falling over, which I really like. Just at the top we have our little tool section where we have our little screws, zip ties, whatever we need just to do small bits and bobs inside the enclosures and the shed. So it's always handy to have it right next to me instead of me going outside and getting my other tools. Moving downwards to where we were just previously, so there's our little medicine area. If we move down, we have a little table which is going to be used as my filming table. Right now I'm on a tripod, but this is the table where we are going to be doing some projects, maybe pulling off a blood feather video, trimming nails, whatever it is. We can do stuff on here because it's flat, it's small, and it's very handy to have here in the shed. It is not big, but there is enough room for me to open up wide, as you can see. So it's pretty spacious, but not spacious, if that makes any sense. And just to the left of that we have a little bin, and we have a little box which used to be our quail food. We may get quails in the future again, but that's going to depend because they are really messy and they stink. So yeah, that's a little thing we have with food bowls and waterers and all that. So that's all our little things in there. Now moving on to the probably exciting part, and the part you're most wanting to see, is our fly cages. Now we have our budgie section right here and cockatiel section right here, and we have our finch, canary and dove section. So which sides do we go in first? Let's leave the best for last. So let's go to our budgie area. Now, as you can see, our budgie area is plain simple. It's not as complex as our finch section. Now, the reason is, if you didn't know, budgies are chewers. Now, they will chew through anything, cables, whether it's decorations, plastic plants, whatever it is, natural plants, they will chew and destroy it. They already destroyed one of my platforms where I put my bowls, water bowls, and I had to replace it with a thicker one. But it's plain simple, as you can see. Now, I like to have a main branch and thick branch in the middle, just so they can have different variety of sizes, textures and feelings for their feet. Obviously different woods will help keep their nails trimmed, so I like to do that with my birds, just so that they have different surfaces to lay on and to sleep on. Sometimes budgies may prefer a certain type of wood rather than this one, and vice versa. So it really all depends on your budgie's personality. But I like to have different variety of branches in my budgie cage, especially because they chew a lot and they are very skittish and love to muck about with other birds. So that's the main reason why I like different branches. I like to keep it very, very simple. Along with the main branches, we do have some toys, some of which are from my previous setup and are still in good condition. Some of them are shredding toys which they have completely devoured. So as you can see, lovely plain setup. We have a little small branches across the walls at the back and the sides as well, and our feeders are at the bottom, as you can see. Now the reason I do this is because it helps prevent food from going everywhere. Now I know this is a fly cage, but I really like to watch them use the space wisely because budgies unfortunately are canopy birds and they like to stay at the top rather than at the bottom because of predators and their natural instincts. Now we have two chicken feeders acting as their feeders. Now the reason I like these is because you fill them up, and whilst they are eating and the food level is going down on the dish, more food drops and allows it to refill. Now you're probably wondering where the water is. I like to keep my water bowls at the top. Now the reason is because, yes, again, it's low maintenance. It prevents me from having to fill up every single day, and the good thing about this is because even though the water in there may be you know, a few days old, there's still fresh water in there that hasn't been touched and hasn't been contaminated, so they're still getting a constant supply of fresh water even though it seems like the water has been there for days. Now, if you guys remember clearly, and if you guys have a good eye for detail, you may see some new faces in the budgie area. Yes, that's right, we have 4 new budgies, lovely budgies, but I'm not going to talk about them now. I'll talk about them in an upcoming video after this one. This is just plainly a tour, but I thought I'd give you a heads up and see who are the real OG of this channel. But that's pretty much it for the budgie section. As you can see, new toys, it's simple and they love it. And the most important thing is to make sure your budgie is not bored, because if your budgie is bored, that can cause stress, that can cause loneliness, and it can really affect their health. And you can tell by the way they are acting, by the way they are eating. It's really essential that your budgie is entertained in the cage with toys. You know, even if you have to change up the branch setup, imagine you have a branch here and it's been there for a couple of months, 6 months, you know, even if you change it down below, it's a different area that they haven't explored. So make sure to keep them entertained and not let your budgie become bored. Now, you're probably finally waiting for this part, and it's the most exciting part. Yes, it's the Finch section. Yes, that's probably the much awaited section of this lovely little shed right here, and yes, it's a Finch section, one of my personal favorites as well, just because of the decoration. It does make a difference. Unfortunately, I wish budgies were like that, but unfortunately they are chewers and I can't have any sort of plastic or any sort of plants in there, which is a bummer, but oh well, every bird has its unique feature, and budgies, it's chewing. So yeah. But as we walk in, you can see again we have the same thing as the budgie area, a main branch, and again that's for the same reason as well. Although the finches and canaries and doves don't chew, it's good for their feet to have different textures again for their nails to be trimmed and all sorts. Another reason, just to back this up, doves, especially doves, diamond doves, they don't sleep on their feet. They lay down on top of their feet. So if you have a big enough branch, it's easier for them to lay down and rest. Whereas with small twigs, you can't really see them. They will rest, but it's not, I wouldn't say it's as comfortable as a long, lovely, fat branch for them to lay down on and sit on. Now again, in terms of branches, it's a pretty simple setup, but what makes the difference is this back wall. This back wall is a panel which you can get at Homebase, Amazon, wherever you type in fake plants, panels, they should appear as panels, and it's really cool for soft-billed birds enclosures because they don't chew on it, and it makes it look as if it was a natural enclosure with natural plants. Now these panels are, yes, from my previous setup, but as you can see, the enclosure still needs to be finished and filled with more panels, especially that back wall which has no OBS boards yet. But other than that, as we move higher up, we have our finch nest box, and you may be wondering where the finches have gone. You can hear them there, but someone is coming to pick them up, which means we will be getting different kinds of finches. We are going to move away from the most common birds, which is zebra finches, Bengalese finches. We probably will get some Bengalese finches, but we're going to move away from the more common birds, you know, as Bengalese finches as well as part of them. So do expect some different kinds of birds, especially rarer types of birds and more colourful. But at the top we have two nest boxes, two finch nest boxes, and at the back corner we have a nesting pan which currently has a lovely pair of baby diamond doves, as you can see right here. We also have our waterer at the top, as you saw, the same as our budgie section, and it's the same height, so that's because of the same reason as the budgies. If you have it at the top, they won't poop and dirty the water and make the water smell bad, so that's the reason why I put them on top, again, just to clarify. Moving down, we have one feeder here, and this is our little seed hopper that we got off eBay. Really good stuff, but I do want to upgrade them to metal ones. Now the reason is because when the birds poop, it does stain the wood, which is a bummer, so I want to get metal ones just so it's much easier to clean and more hygienic, and makes the cage look better when you have visitors around. So yeah, that's the main reason, but it's doing its job. It's holding the seed, and the diamond doves do make quite a mess, so they do spill the food on the floor, but oh well, it's what birds do, and it's their characteristics, it's their personality, and so they will eat from the floor, and I will refill when there is really nothing left of the seed hopper. So yeah. But that's the video. As you saw, yes, it is an upgrade. It is an upgrade to our previous setup, but at the same time it isn't, because our budgies have a downgrade but our finches have an upgrade, so it's a bit of 50-50, good and bad, but I love it here. It's more spacious. You can, you know, do more hand movements with videos, and you can do a lot more stuff, and we still have a back wall to fill as well, so that's even more space. But I still need to sort out these cable measurements, which is always a nightmare. So and there's, you know, wood here which, you know, was from the building of the shed, but other than that, that is the cage, that is the setup itself. I have something to show you outside, but that's not going to be in this video. This video is just in here. So the turtles are back. They are still here with us, but we have a lovely cool pond to show you, so that's going to be up in the upcoming videos. Again, the weather is rainy, it's mucky outside, so I have to catch a good day to film that. But that's the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think below. Is it a downgrade? Is it an upgrade to our previous setup? Do you guys enjoy it? Suggest some ideas down below, some breeding ideas, what I can do to make this more cozy, more nice for the videos, for the animals. And let me know down below what animals you want to see, what birds, what finches, whatever it is. Maybe a chameleon, as I said in the beginning, maybe some frog setups, I don't know. Let me know down below. I'd love to see what you guys have to say, and I would love to interact with you more in this new setup and this new phase of this YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and hit the notification bell. That will allow you to be notified whenever I'm making an upload, and also follow my social medias. As I said in the beginning of the video, I do a lot of behind the scenes footage, videos, shorts, reels, whatever it is on my social media. So if you want to be the first one to know what is going to go on, what is happening, what will come for the upcoming video, be sure to follow them, and my Facebook page, TikTok, all the links are down below, so just check them out. It's completely free. You're just supporting us and supporting these lovely animals here. But enough of me talking. Thank you for watching so much. I really appreciate it, and once again, thank you if you made it to the end of this video. Thank you. I really appreciate you guys' patience, and really appreciate your support, the messages, all sorts. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. God bless you all, and bye bye.